right, use the unit multiplier to change 840 inches to feet. So let's start with an easy one. You do have to use a unit multiplier on this. You can't just like plug it in your calculator or whatever, okay? So we start with 840 inches over 1, okay, whatever we're starting with. We want to convert it to feet, so we're going to multiply by 1 unit multiplier. So there are 12 inches in a foot. If inches is in the top, then inches has to go in the bottom. So 12 inches is equal to a foot. So we're really multiplying by 1. We're not changing the value, okay? And we can cross off the inches here. How many times is 12 going to 84, you guys? Okay, good. So we get 70. And don't forget your units at the end. So 70 feet. Okay, we are going to use a calculator on these to actually get a final answer. All right? Use 2 unit multipliers to change 90 square feet to square inches. So whenever we have square feet and we're going to square inches, that's always going to be 2 unit multipliers every time because it's squared. So I'm going to start with 90 feet squared over 1. And we're converting it to inches. So again, it's squared. You have to do 2 of each one. So we know that there are 12 inches in a foot, but this time the feet squared's on the top, so the feet has to go on the bottom. So I have to put the 1 foot, which is equal to 12 inches, like that. And then we have to do another one. So I have 12 inches over 1 foot. Okay, because feet squared can now cancel with 2 feet down here. So 90 times 144, what is that? Someone with a calculator? 960? 12,960. All right. Inches squared for our final answer. Okay, use 6 unit multipliers to convert 30 cubic miles to cubic inches. So now we're doing cubed. That means 3 of each. And we have 2 conversions to get from miles to inches. So that's why it's 6, because I have 3 of each one. So I'm going to start with 30 miles cubed, cubic miles, over 1. Okay? Miles, we first have to go miles to what if we want to get to inches? Yeah, first miles to feet, and we need 3 of them. Okay, so how many feet are in a mile? Good, 50 to 80. And that has to go on the top because the miles has to go on the bottom, so it will cancel. You need to use MI for miles. All right, and we have to do 3 of them because it's cubed. 50 to 80 feet in 1 mile, and 50 to 80 feet in 1 mile. Okay, you could write this as 1 thing cubed. If you did that, that's okay. All right, and now we go from feet to inches. So we need 12 inches in a foot. Feet's in the top. Feet has to go on the bottom. So 1 foot, 12 inches. Same thing. 1 foot on the bottom, 12 inches in the top. 1 foot in the bottom, 12 inches in the top. Running out of room. Okay. You must show your canceling. I would like to see that. Miles cancels with 3 of them here because they're cubed in the top. There has to be 3 in the bottom in order to cancel. And then I have 3 of the feet words, which I need to cancel, 3 in the bottom. And then I'm going to have this ginormous number with probably scientific notation. So 30 times 50 to 80 cubed. You could write that in your calculator. So 30 times 50 to 80 cubed times 12 cubed. Anybody have that ginormous answer? Dan? 5299126272000. Oh my gosh. All right. So you actually have the whole entire thing. Let's just do scientific notation, you guys. So if we're doing scientific notation, it would be 5.299. We always round to third place. This is a 1, right? And then times 10, and you got to count out how many spaces on your calculator that is. Oh, did you do that right? That is not right. Oh, sad day. I was going to town with that one, and it wasn't right. All right. Leo, what do you think? Good. So because of the 0, 7, we're going to round it to 1 here. Times 10 to the, how many spaces is that? 15? Did you guys get 15? Those of you that counted for me. Thank you. Okay. So if you want to write your answer in scientific notation, just make sure you round to 3 decimal places the first part. All right, that's it.